Welcome back to the UJ Chevrolet pregame show. Todd Morris with you here on the Bulldog Radio Network, and it's time to sit down with UMS-Wright head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview. And Coach, tough loss on the road last week at Faith Academy, 21-13. Gave up some big plays there in the second quarter, kind of got behind, and then just couldn't get ourselves out of that hole in the second half. The effort was there. We just couldn't quite get over that hump in the second half.
Well, it was, and we knew they had some very, very good athletes and all, and we got down, and really the second quarter, first 2 or 3 drives, we played pretty good and moved the ball a little bit. And then the second quarter, they had, I think, 2 long runs, and then we fumbled the kickoff, and they get a touchdown there and get us up 21, I think, to 3 at half. And we come out, get the second half touchdown, second half kickoff, go score, and stopped them, and we're down there again and had a penalty, and a couple things, ended up having to kick a field goal. And then we got down there, again at the end of the game and threw an interception in the end zone. So the guys kept playing, and I told them, I said, hey, you played hard, but again, when you watch the film, our leverage, we didn't tackle very well in space, which has always been
an issue,
a little issue with us, but especially bad other night. And, things that pretty much we've been doing all year that get us in trouble. And a lot of that on defense, we've played really good or well, and then all of a sudden we'll give up a big play. Pass, BC Rain, it was passes, Viger was runs, other night was runs, and just things that keep happening to us. Of course, these teams have some good athletes, too, who can make plays.
Yeah, that always helps. So senior quarterback Joe Lott was our leading rusher again last week. He had 99 yards in the game. He's our leading rusher on the season with 620. Seems like every week Joe's, the whole offense is really on his back right now as we get ready to try to make a run here into the playoffs. We get another I don't want to say bump in the road with Jake J probably out here tonight against Williamson. So what are your thoughts here in helping Joe out here as we come to the end of the season and into the playoffs?
Well, it's been our thing, kind of, is next man up, and we're really down to really our some guys who were third, fourth running backs who are playing other positions having to come over and play running with Bo out and now Jake out, and Jake's been out 4 or 5 weeks out of the season also. So, it has fallen on Joe, and we need Todd for number one, our wideouts to step up, get a little separation where we can throw the ball. I think we were 6 out of 19 the other night, and we've got to be better than that, and really getting outside and some other guys making a play here and there. It's kind of falling on Joe and Joe's played tough. I think other night again he played about the whole game, both ways, because they had the big receiver that he was the only one we felt like had enough height and all to jump balls with it. And I think the boy didn't catch but one ball.
Right.
So Joe's doing fine. We just got to have some other guys step up and make some plays and not have some stupid penalties. We're not a team that can overcome a holding call or a personal foul call or those kind of things that come in a game. We cannot afford to get behind the chains.
Yeah, I was going to say, we get behind the chains or we have something that gives them a little momentum, and it just seems like it takes us a little while to dig out of those holes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so the loss last week also kind of muddles up the water, I guess, in the whole region and in the region play. A win tonight really kind of takes care of it for us, but there's a lot of scenarios that could or could not happen here in the last week, and looks like we should be fourth, right, if we win this one this week?
Well, it looks that way, but we pretty much got to win. We've known that pretty much all season. It was Gulf Shores and then kind of everybody else with, a couple losses, 2 losses, 3 losses. Everybody kind of, all the rest of us, Central Nail beat Faith beats Viger, and then you look at all that going on, and BC Rain's just sitting there riding along and beating them, and it looks like BC Rain's going to be end up second if it all works out. But our thing is Thursday night. we need to win the football game for a lot of reasons. We just need to get and play a good, solid, football game, and we do that one week. Then the next week, we're off. But I think also good football teams have caused a lot of that too.
Yeah. And Williamson coming off an open week last week to play this game here tonight. That's kind of an odd scheduling, I guess, is to have an open week in week 9. And so they've had a lot of time, really don't know what to expect from them. They don't have anything to lose.
Well, exactly. You're going to get their best shot. You don't know what they're going to do. They're liable to throw it 100 times. And all, especially when they've had a week to sit out and prepare and whatever. And I've always said I felt like last week would be the worst week to have an open week,
right?
And even adds to it when you're kind of out of the playoffs, and you're not playing for anything as far as the guys playing hard. But Williamson's playing UMS, and we'll get their best shot too, and we better be ready to play.
Oh, I'm sure of that. They're struggling to score points, only averaging 11 a game, but their defense is only giving up 17 a game. So, we expecting a defensive battle here.
Well, their defense is, as good as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Now, they have had trouble scoring points. Now, they've got some athletes over there, but now their defense can run and tough and big, nice size. They got a nose guard weighs about 330, and 2 defensive ends about 230, and long and the kind that give us trouble. So we've got to find something we can do and try to get off tackle and on the edges and like we said, move the chains and put some points on the board. Besides
the possibility of Jake not playing with a possible concussion this week, any other injuries we need to be concerned about this week?
We've got a couple linemen. Anderson Bassett won't play. I doubt seriously if Andrew Cook will play.
Yeah.
So a couple of those guys won't. Luke Lambert, who got a little banged up last week, he will play.
Good.
Which, we kind of expected. So Luke's a tough kid, and he's going to fight through it. And we got, like I told him yesterday, Todd, we got it's the 10th game of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody's hurting. Everybody's got a bad shoulder.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it, but you got to play through that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to play hurt. And we got some guys trying to do that. Jeff Holston is the perfect example. He's been hurt about all year long, but he keeps showing up on Friday night and giving the best effort he can. And we've got some other ones that, I think, Lord, if you're not hurting right now, you hadn't done much. So we got to play through that and play at a little bit higher level and try to get a W this week.
All right. So Thursday night matchups, what do you think about them?
I used to do it a lot in public schools. Haven't done it a lot here.
Right.
Don't like them. It messes up kind of your weekend, your routine.
Yeah.
You have to really work Saturday and Sunday and then practice on Sunday. And every day's ahead, like Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday. That's hard to keep up with. And then before you know it, it's Thursday, and you're playing and I think Williamson's done it 2 or 3 times, but I don't like them.
Yep.
Football, high school football for Friday night.
Friday night game.
But them not having a stadium, it is what it is.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us on the UJ Chevrolet pregame show. We always enjoy sitting down talking with you, and got to get this one tonight so we can make sure we can do this again next week.
Exactly.
All right, Coach. Thursday night matchup to end the regular season here at Ladd Peoples Stadium between the 5-4 UMS-Wright Bulldogs and the 3-6 Williamson Lions. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more of the UJ Chevrolet pregame show right here on the Bulldog Radio Network on News Radio 710, an iHeart radio station.